Hi, my name is Alex Apew, and I'm here today to talk to you about the Bebob V150 micro cinema battery. This is a 150 watt hour, 10 amp, 14.4 volt battery, and it's micro, so it's about half the size of a normal V-Lock battery. They also make it in Anton Bauer, which is a 3-pin. It's a more stable connection, but I find that the V-Lock is more ubiquitous. You find it in kind of more accessories, and as I use this for my own purposes, I use it when I have rentals or if I'm taking it to set, and sometimes other people have equipment and they need a V-Lock battery. V-Lock seems to be more useful, at least where I'm working here in Europe. Bebob has sent me this battery to review, but they have not paid for my review of this, so all my thoughts are my own. Basically, micro cinema batteries from Bebob come with the same width and height. The only thing that varies is the depth. So that's great for basically if you have a rig and you don't want to change out anything that's like size-wise. It basically just goes further backwards towards the operator, I guess, if it's a camera. This battery is useful for powering all your cinema accessories. So if you have follow focus, monitor, wireless transmitter, all that can be powered by this as well as the camera. And you don't have to worry about changing batteries for all the individual units. This is a unified battery system, so it means you just check on that one battery, change that one battery out, and everything runs smoothly off of one. Having a battery system like that is so much nicer than having to worry about different types of batteries that you have to get and charge and keep in different plugs, and yeah, it simplifies your life a lot. This has switchable D-tap. It has one D-tap port, which, although not a lot, is switchable, so that is definitely a benefit. So on the top here, you can see if you plug your D-tap in one way, you might be obstructing something might be getting in the way, you might not be able to see the viewfinder quite as easily through the cable that's coming out. If you want, because of this 3-pin system, and it's only 2 pins for D-tap, you can switch it to the other direction, and now you can see the viewfinder, you can go through and it's not obstructing or blocking anything. Really useful. This is also the same system you use to charge the battery. So this is the basically outlet. This is a EU plug, one battery to charge at the same time, but it doesn't have a fan, so you can keep it right next to you on set charging and you don't have to worry about it. A lot of other multiple battery chargers have fans in them and they get kind of loud, and a lot of times sound is basically like, what the hell is that? And you gotta go see, oh yeah, the battery charger, and put it in a different room if you have that ability. This is the V-mount plate. It has 15mm rails, so you can put it on any kind of 15mm rail system. You can switch the orientation, so you can put it here. There's also screws, so you can put it on this way if you need to put it flat. And it doesn't add much width to your system. It's just about the same height as well, and it has 2 switchable D-taps on the side. On this battery you also have a battery indicator light. So you can see here, this tells you how much juice you have left, and there's a battery health indicator light, and that tells you what the status of the battery is itself. When it gets down to red, it's not holding quite as much of a charge, and you may want to take it and think about reselling it, which is another benefit of this battery. Now, this battery is not by any stretch of the imagination a bargain basement V-Lock. You can definitely get cheaper ones, but one of the benefits of having this battery is that Bebob, once it gets to the point where you can't recharge it quite as often or it's not holding a charge as long, you can have them resell it, which basically means they bring it back to pretty much new in the same casing and for half the price. And that's a pretty sweet deal. So one thing I happened to do by accident and found a little neat trick was I happened to depress the battery indicator light twice, and there's a little flashlight. So you can basically mount your battery in the darkness and find the base plate and where the V-Lock is supposed to go in, and you press it once again, turns off. I mean, that's thoughtfulness. Just kind of a cool little feature that I've never seen before and didn't even know to look for. But well done, Bebob. One thing to be aware of is flying with these batteries. You can fly with a 150 watt hour battery as long as it is attached to the camera, so far as I know, and as of my last time flying with these, which is a while back. And you can bring as many as you want spare batteries that are under 100 watts. So Bebob makes a 98 watt hour battery, and a lot of other manufacturers do as well. But like I said, check with the TSA, check with whatever basically carriers you're flying with, check with both ends. You don't want to have to bring a battery there and it be okay and then come back, and then let's say you fly from Europe and Europe says, yeah, it's fine, you can fly with those, and then you come back through the TSA and they're like, no, and then you have to leave your batteries there. So be careful. I know it's just a battery, but I really like this one. It basically, the reselling of it, when it starts losing charge, which will happen who knows when, but being able to send it back to Bebob and get a basically fully new battery for half the price is definitely something I'm going to be happy to do when that time comes, because it is much greener than going out and recycling this and getting a new battery. So that, the switchable D-tap, the newly discovered flashlight that I didn't know existed, the charger that's silent, the small base plate, and the small form factor make this a win-win for me. So if you're in the market and you want a very small battery, this is definitely something I would consider. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, all that other stuff, and I will see you in the next video.